Hello, amazing viewer. Welcome. This is Maximum Impact Global Television, and you're on to the program, The Young and Talented. And today we are looking at dealing with uncertainty. Are there uncertainties in life? What areas do we have these uncertainties? And how can we manage them to ensure that we do not lose hope, to ensure that we are able to continue whenever we encounter any of this, and to ensure that we are able to still get to that end point without breaking down? Remember, uncertainties are things that would definitely happen. They are the inevitables that we encounter at some point in life, even when you have planned everything and you have crossed the T's, you have dotted the I's, but these things somehow they still find the way into our space. These and many more are what we're going to be looking at today on the Young and Talented program. And my name is Iswana Jane Abodoya. And to lend a voice to this, we have
Damian Onoja.
Damien Onoja.
Maximum Impact Global TV.
So, Mr. Damien Onoja,
Yes, ma'am.
what do you understand by uncertainty?
Okay. Yeah. Uncertainty.
Yeah.
Yes. Just to make it very clear to our viewers out
Simple.
there, I could say uncertainty is a state of having a doubt.
Okay.
Yeah, or a state of maybe being limited in a knowledge.
Okay.
Or doubt.
Okay.
Or lack of sureness.
Okay.
About outcome or event.
Oh, simply mean a state of not being sure about what will happen in the next moment. It could be next tomorrow, it could be in the future. Not be just a state of not being sure. Like I mentioned before, regardless of how you have prepared, something just comes up and enter the calendar. You want to run a program. Oh, you know there is electrical power to go on air. Then the next year everywhere will just go blank. No, there will be blackout, not even blow. There will just be blackout. Okay, you are prepared. So things like that. Yeah, we don't want to really go into the negative, just so that somebody will not say, their mind will start beating. Okay, so what are some of these areas that persons, individuals, or people can experience uncertainty?
Yeah, as far as life is concerned. So can I say in all ramifications, all aspects of life, people face uncertainty. And for example, like student that is in school, people face uncertainty. In marriage, yes, people face uncertainty.
Even in family life,
business. Even in business, people face it. So you can count them without numbers.
Okay. So, I know that adding to that, in the areas of finance, that's one of the things that challenges people more. The young persons, the adults, and even the ones that are a bit elderly. When we're looking at finance, the financial stability. People prepare and they said, okay, when I get to a certain time or a certain age, I should be retired. And when I'm retired, there will be something coming in for me. I won't be stressing myself much. Even as though some persons still work. But that time when they are working, they know that they are stepping back a bit. But they not get to that stage of requirement. They find out that they've not even saved up anything to be able to sustain them in life. There's that uncertainty. Okay, others is in the area of health and well-being. Nobody envisages or nobody plans that tomorrow they are not going to be fit to do some certain things in life. But somebody can just wake up and you will say, oh, but this person was fit, was healthy. Then the next thing, something just happens to the person. The person breaks down health-wise, is unable to go on with their planned programs in life. And even in the area, the environment too, insecurity. You know how Nigeria used to be a fun place, loving place, where you can go for your programs. Is it church programs? Where you can go for your activities? Is it the Owambe? And you go and sit in the garden. Even if you are not doing any green bottle, you can just be doing something light. Yeah, you are there with friends, but look at these days. Even in the environment, you know, all of this insecurity. Now people are uncertain. When you want to have a program, the next thing they are checking, security, security, security. You are going to a place of worship, security, security, security. And now there are certain things also, disasters that can just happen. You look at the COVID that happened that time. Look at the Ebola that happened that time. All of this, something just, you know, there's an epidemic. All of these are uncertainties in life that challenges people's thinking. They challenge your mental health. They challenge the plans that you have put in life. Academically, okay, that person is out of school now. The person is a first-class graduate. Then the favor market. I'm not looking at labor market. You now see whether it's the favor market that they welcome you now. And when the favor market is not smiling at you, what do? You'll be like, with my first class. You know, you were the best student in your class. You were the best student in the school. Because you were not sure. So in all of this, these are some of the uncertainties. When you talk about business, let's look at this in that area. Okay, the person has planned, I want to do so and so business. Picking it from there, there are certain registrations that you need to make, certain approvals that you need to get. And you're just sure that, oh, if I go to that office, I'll be given that approval. Because you met up with the requirement, but you get there and you now find out that you need to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. You know, somebody said to me that Nigeria is just like in one room, self-contained. Is that you are inside, or you know somebody that lives inside, or you know somebody that knows somebody that lives inside, but you shan't need to be connected to the person that is inside. Amazing viewer. Have you heard something like that before? Is it true with you? Did you prepare very well and you have met up with requirements and you now get to the place? Somebody is not saying, you need to grease somebody's palm. You know when we're talking about greasing somebody's palm, it's not with Vaseline or baby lotion. You understand? Or you need to just make the lips smile with some currency. You know what we are saying now? These are all areas of uncertainty. You see, and what can it do to somebody? Or what can somebody encounter in all of this? How do you think that people actually prepare or handle uncertainties when it comes? And how should they get prepared for it? So lend your voice to that.
Thank you very much. That is a very good question. And our viewers out there, they need to know about that. Because the reason why some people, something happened to them, and they still stand as if nothing has ever happened to them. Not because they carry two heads.
I hear it's something like Kwecheri.com.
And and again,
somebody called it Kwecheri.com. It means nothing they have. And they are testing it.
And it's not as if they are made by different beings. It's the same God that made you, the same God that made me, and the same God that made that kind of people. So they are very strong when they face uncertainty. So the reason being that they have already prepared their mind.
Okay.
And they also know that as far as life is concerned, uncertainty is part of life.
Awesome. So is the preparation, like he said, the allowance, like he said, being flexible, like he said, let your mind be well orientated, that regardless, things will happen. And when they happen, the first thing is take it easy with yourself. Do not panic. And again, it's good for you not to always, even as we know that, prepare, have that mindset, be flexible. It's good for you not to always be a pessimist. That's the word. It's good for you not to always be pessimistic. Having this negative mindset. Because there are some persons too. I know of someone, anytime that person is around me, it's always negative vibes. If you turn on this gas cooker like this, and this one, why is it that this one, at a point, this is 1 year, 2 years, and I kept telling that person, why is it that you never see anything different from this? This rain, the weather is starting. I've just watched, okay, will I even be able to watch? This rain is starting. Why don't you just believe that no matter how the cloud is gathering, that rain will not touch the ground? Do you know there are some people that do that? And I've done that several times. I'm going to somewhere. No matter how the cloud is gathering, threatening, I'll say, you see this rain, you no go touch ground.
Being positive.
Until I go that place, I come down. I come back. Even when I actually see that it's dropping, I say, you dey waste your time. You see me, I go run this show and I go come back and it will happen. That same person was around one day and something was happening and all that. And the person began to say, look at the cloud. I told her, I said, please, enough of this. I don't need this negative energy. We know that these things will happen, but now don't be in that group where you will always be having negative thoughts. Because for some persons, they will tell you that we attract what we dwell on.
Yeah, yeah.
You are a product of what you think.
Yeah. As a man thinketh,
so he is.
Yeah.
So don't attract uncertainties, through your thoughts with the way that you act or behave. Even as we know that they will come. Plan, have that allowance. Plan, and when you are planning, don't plan with fear. Don't plan with anxiety. Just plan and be open and say, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. That in all, even if it happens, the end will be beautiful. So when you always have that at the back of your mind, you know that there will be ways that you will handle that uncertainty. Let's look at deep example now. In the area of business, you have been told you need those certifications, you need those approval. Knowing fully well that if you go through those certifications, the approval, it will enable you do that business confidently, that people will, believe in your products. They'll be able to patronize you.
Yeah.
Knowing fully well that you will sell it in large scale, you'll be able to take it to mall, supermarket, and yet they are telling you that you get to that point and they tell you that you need to know somebody that knows somebody that knows that certain approval. At that point, you will feel disappointed because you were not expecting that. You have met with all that requirement. And for some people, say they will tell you, come today, come tomorrow, come to. They are not saying it straight. What do you do at that point? You will go back. Even as you are not going to lift that dream unattended to, because I've been there. I have been there. This is true life experience now. I have been there. I had planned this business, even to the extent that, okay, the requirement about the environment that was, because I don't want to call it. If I name the business now, the persons that are concerned in giving that certification or registration, to be as if I am calling them out. So I had planned this business. I had gone to the office. They have told me their requirement. Now, I've been to their offices where I need to make inquiries about the requirement for setting up that business to be a standardized one. I had done all of that. Gotten the environment, gotten the building, gotten the equipment. Then I went to the place. They started all over again. They will say this, they will say that, they will say this, they will say that. That was how they were stalling my progress. Do you know what I started doing? From that business, I didn't do the core of that business. I had to have a plan B to the business.
Being flexible.
Yeah, being flexible. The one that I know that I can still do this without getting that label, that approval. I was just doing that. Then again, what I had to do was, since I couldn't start that fully and I had the knowledge, I started doing trainings. Let me train people. So that when I train people, themselves, if they are able to get through that process and get the approval, is a plus for them. So these were the things I was now doing in the interim. I didn't let that stop me. So always be flexible, be open, have a plan B. Uncertainties are going to come. Let's look at it in the area of relationship. Tell us something about the family, the relationship, the uncertainties that people can experience in that area.
Yeah. And in relationship, people actually face uncertainty.
Young people.
Young people face uncertainty in areas of, in areas of finance. Yes.
Okay.
Of finance. So there are some young guys today.
Okay.
That they are already prepared for marriage. They have already asked a lady in hand in marriage, proposed to the lady, and the lady accepted their proposal.
Okay.
Okay, but they are not really certain if actually they are buoyant financially to carry out
financial uncertainty.
Yes, that financial obligation in that marriage. So they are not. So this
that's another challenge, right? Another challenge, and it can really be disheartening at some point. Because in that area, what you will find is that if the person in question, the lady in question, is not able to tarry, is not able to wait, is not patient, she will say, my age is going on. Even if she wants to be patient, she wants to wait. How about family pressure? Okay, if the family is not pressuring her, how about the society? You know, it's always a woman now. You are 25, they have started beating the drum. You need to bring someone home, and not just any other person, an odogo. Bring an odogo home. But they've forgotten that the ones that are odogo today, there were steps and stages and procedures before they got there. Meanwhile, the person that is saying bring an odogo, the man himself and the woman himself that say bring an odogo, it's not like they were odogus when they met. So now, because they've kind of attained that cadre or strata, they are pressuring their children that you must bring. Then again, friends, if the family does not pressure, friends will pressure. So you find out that that good person, that noble man that they were supposed to settle with, just because the cash is not there financially, the person is not meeting up or is not able to meet up, that person is pressured and they go into a wrong marriage. Then at the end of the day, the person goes in and comes out. If the person doesn't want to come out, the person will just remain there, make them no last meal. That's another area. And what if the uncertainty comes in the area of health? Because we've seen young people that are very active, energetic. The next thing, a breakdown happened in the body. It could be that the person went out, coming back, something truncated that coming back, and the person is left bedridden. Everything was planned. It could be that it wasn't the person's fault. It could be that somebody was reckless somehow and just, disrupted that journey. When that happens, what do you do in the area of self-identity? Don't think it's the end of the world. You're going to feel bad, especially when somebody, we were just talking about it, that somebody attended somebody's wedding. A friend attended a friend's wedding. They went, the journey Mercy's toe was very beautiful. Coming back, the people had wedded. Coming back, there was an accident. And one of the friends died.
Who attended
the wedding died. Was that person expecting that? No. And that is the one that we don't even want to happen. Because that is like, for me, that would be like the most painful aspect. The person that has exited the earth is no longer there. But, the family that person left behind, whether it's parents, whether it's husband, whether it's children, or if that the person had some dreams, some goals that the person has not been able to actualize.
That can even be beneficial to the family.
Exactly. Because your dream, your goal is not just for you. There are persons that are tied to it.
Even the general society.
Even the general society that has ended with that person. Welcome back, amazing viewer. We'll be talking about how to handle life's uncertainty before we went on a break. So now we're going to wrap up, letting you know the things that you can do, how you can manage when uncertainties crop up. Shortly before we went to the break, we were talking about in the business sector, you must have planned and prepared. Then some other things happen. You go to where you're supposed to be giving approval or registration to get registered so that your business will be standardized, so that people can have belief in that product and patronize you. But all you hear is come today, come tomorrow, other times. Okay, fine. Even when you're giving an approval, you've been able to start your business with the way the economy is talking. All we are seeing in the environment, some persons complain that when they go to their place of business, they hardly sell anything. They didn't envisage that. They didn't expect that. So should they give up? So in this now, we're going to be giving you some tips on how to handle uncertainties. Mr. Damien, you had mentioned that people should plan.
Yeah.
He said, plan and prepare.
Yeah.
Even as we say, don't be a pessimist. Don't have that negative opinion all the time or negative thought that this is going to happen. So when something like that comes up that is an uncertainty, even as you have planned, what do? Be calm and build your capacity for resilience. What do we mean? You know there will be challenges. So in being resilient means that you will be able to look at that challenge, go through it without letting that challenge put your back on the ground. But tough towards that challenge. Tarry there, stay there until you see the end. That is building, that is resilience on its own. Then manage what you can. The things that you can control, control them. The things you can master, master them. The one that you know that you cannot control, give a space.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
Reflect. Don't just go headlong into these things. For example, now, let's say you did not envisage something happen academically, something happened in your business. That loss has already happened that you did not envisage for. Even as we know that in business, you should be able to know that there are going to be risks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have allowance for that risk, but it's more than what you envisaged. What do you do at that first time? Be calm. The one that you know you can control them. The one you know that is out of control, sit back. Don't beat yourself up. Reflect. 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 And you have to have that mindset of winning as well. Because if you don't have that mindset of winning, you will never see that you are able to get beyond that challenge. Because everything that we are faced with in the times of uncertainty, they are just challenges.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
They are challenges, right?
Yeah.
And people would always overcome challenges.
Yeah,
if first of all they believe that they can do it, that they can overcome it. So, and that's your being affirmative. That's the word now. Affirm, and the positive that you will be able to go beyond and over that challenge. So, Mr. Damien, is there something you want to add?
Yeah.
So that the viewer.
Yeah, I will. Just like I rightly say from the beginning, I want my viewer out there to know that uncertainty is not a disease.
You hear?
It's not a disease, so it's part of life.
It's part of life.
So when you take it like that, that this thing is part of me.
Yeah.
So when it comes, it will not throw you off balance.
Awesome.
And when you have prepared your mind like that, when it happens like that, one thing I want my viewer to know is that you just to focus on those aspects of uncertainty that you can control.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So you focus on those things you can control, because when it happens, and it can actually make some people to be they'll just cut this thing. Let me just leave it like that.
They just give up.
Yes, they'll just give up. Thank you. That is the right word. So they will just give up. But in that situation, you don't need to give up. Just focus on the aspect of it that you can control.
Awesome.
Yeah. And also, I also want my viewer also to know that you have to embrace the acceptance. Just accept it. That this thing is part of me. And also you also need to, when something happens like that, you have to build a network.
Support system.
Thank you very much. Build a support system.
It's very important.
You get now.
Yeah. Very true.
So that people around you can help you to control that situation. And also I want my viewer to know that when something like that happens, you set a worry time.
What do you mean by set a worry time?
Yeah, set a worry time. There are some people, when they face situation like that, they will begin to worry from morning till night. Yes. They'll begin to worry from morning till night. So when you are worrying like that, it can even make you not to do what you can naturally do. That you have the ability to do it because you are in that situation, worrying from morning to night. It will which word like
to make you lose focus.
Lose focus, make you incapacitated.
Yeah, you can even lose control.
Yes.
Of the things that you already will be able to control.
But if you set time that I will not continue to be in this situation. I will not continue to be worried because of this.
Okay.
So that is just what I mean.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. And always remember that worrying does nothing.
Yeah.
And I always say, you see, worry and mindfulness, which you can do by meditating, it's the same process.
Yeah.
But it's just that it's different results you get. When you are practicing meditation or mindfulness, you are relaxed, you are deeply focused, you are concentrating, you are giving time and attention to that.
Yeah.
The same thing, when you are worrying, there is something that you are focusing on that is taking your attention. But ultimately, the worry now, you will not have peace. In worrying now, no matter how you try to focus your attention on that is taking your peace, you will not be able to achieve it. But you see, it's a different case when you are being mindful, practicing mindfulness, setting your mind, gazing on a particular thing, and looking at how did I get here? What if I had taken this route? Where would it have led me to? Now that I am here, what's next? Because I tell people, in every phase of life, there's always a what's next.
Yeah.
But in that what's next, it is not to destabilize us.
Yeah.
It is not to get us to that place of anxiety, panic, or disorderliness. A what's next simply means, what do I do next?
Yeah.
When a child is born, what next? There's the naming ceremony.
Yeah.
What next? Birthdays will follow.
Yeah.
What next? They get into school. What next? They finish school. What next? They get jobs. What next? There's a marital settlement. What next? They give birth as well. What next? They become grandparents as well. What next? Oh, they do business. What next? Till, okay, from that stage, there's a stage. Even in business phases, you've been able to gain something this year. Okay, what is your net target? What next? What next? Whether you fail or you succeed, what next? So in all of this, you get to that point. The what next is not to put fear in you, but it's just to allow you to see how you can be better than the previous stage.
Yeah.
What did you not do that you should have done right, or that something you did wrong that should have done right, or what did you not do that you ought to have done? All of this you check, and like we say, don't beat yourself up. Be flexible. Uncertainties we are still talking about. There are some persons that their jobs were analog. They still relied on that, even in the age of computer.
Yeah.
People are going digital.
Yeah.
And that person is saying, no, this is how I know how to do it. This was how I was taught. This is how I will remain doing it. You see, that person is already inviting some kind of risk that the person will not be able to deal with. So you see people progressing, moving forward. You would think that they went to one Baba's place, or they went to one Mama's place, or you would think it's one beach that they are tying on their hand that is doing something, or one ring. But you don't know that the opportunities that are there in that field or in that line of business that you are not taking into consideration, they have taken that into consideration. So you that is listening to us, what is that your what's next now that you are going to do in the face of uncertainty? We have listed some things. Be calm, reflect, meditate, do not worry. Like he said, instead of you worrying, take control of the things that you can control. Deal with the ones that are present. The ones that will come in the future, leave them first. The ones that are before you, take time to deal with them. And in managing that, you will see that, and learning that this is not a do or die matter. Knowing that you are not into that to please anybody. You are not seeking anybody's approval. Just take it calmly as it comes. Even as we're saying, you know, some people, they don't know the difference between taking it calmly and being lazy.
Yeah.
There are two different things. Yeah. Being still, and being in that state of motionlessness, there are two different things. Yeah. When he said, be still, you will hear.
Yeah.
But when you are in the state of motionlessness, because you have caused that yourself, you don't want to do anything, those are two different things. In all, whenever you are faced with a challenge that you see that is an uncertainty, first of all, think peace, think your mind, think your health, think your well-being. Otherwise, when it affects your well-being or it beclouds your sense of reasoning, there'll be little or nothing that you will be able to do to move forward. So now it's trivia time. So trivia time, Mr. Damien, is fun time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be asking you just one question. Very simple.
Okay.
And how simple is this? As simple as they used to say A, B, C. So okay, let me just start giving you the clue. It's a means of transportation. It's an animal. Yeah? It comes with an important personality. And within it is an aid to replace, something that can aid you to get to replace. So what is that? You see, I've been able to tell you now that it is an animal. Yeah?
Okay.
It's used for transportation.
Okay.
Within it, it comes with someone or it came with an important personality. You can find it inside it. Then, of course, an aid to replace. So what is that? What is the name of that animal?
Are you talking about horse?
See question, the jump question. Okay.
Okay. I say horse.
Okay. And that was your answer.
Yes.
Oh, that's really awesome. But you see, if you had said a donkey, you would have just nailed it. D-O-N-K-E-Y. A don, important personality when it comes to university, academics. They say that person is a don of that faculty, don of this, D-O-N. K-E-Y is not a key, an aid to replace. Awesome. This is the much you can take on this program today. Remember, it is the Young and Talented program, and it came to you from Maximum Impact Global Television. So, watch, like, share, subscribe, and comment until we come your way next time. My name is Iswana Jane Agodoya, and with me is
from every home,
bye-bye,
to every voice, from leadership to the rising generation.